You open Instagram and you see every single person having endless amounts of money, traveling the world, dating the most beautiful woman, driving a sports car, and because you don't have these things, you start to overthink, develop self-doubt and feel like absolute shit. Does this sound familiar to you? First of all, I want you to know that literally every single person that has access to the internet is experiencing the same problem. The thing is that most people just aren't honest with themselves and with others because they think it's a sign of vulnerability. That being said, why do we actually compare ourselves to others? Why does it feel so bad to see others doing better? Where's all of this coming from and why? Self-comparison is a fundamental aspect of human psychology and it's deeply rooted in our DNA because hundreds of years ago, when our survival instincts were still way more active, we had to know if we are stronger or weaker than our enemies. If we are more skilled, if we have more resources, if we are bigger and stronger than them, because all of these things helped us to calculate our own chances of survival. Besides of that, human beings were always living in communities and comparing ourselves to others helped us to understand our position within that community, allowing us to contribute to the development of our tribes. Okay, cool, but we don't have to fight for survival anymore, thank God, so why do we all still struggle so much with comparison? To answer this question, you have to understand two things. Number one, we still have the exact same hardware that we had hundreds of years ago. I mean, yes, through evolution, human beings adapted to the new surroundings and environments. However, our base hardware, our bodies, are still exactly the same. Second of all, through the internet, we get exposed to hundreds of people on a daily basis. That's more than in our entire lifetime, hundreds of years ago, every single day. Our brain just doesn't know what to do besides of doing what evolution has programmed it for, which once again is comparing ourselves to members of our community to understand our place within that community and to be able to contribute to it. Now, the problem, today we have millions of communities and members, which essentially speaking confuses and overstimulates our brain 24/7, leading to self-doubt, anxiety, overthinking, and quite frankly speaking, feeling like shit. Yeah, it's bad, but how bad is it actually? Look, I don't want to scare you, but there are several studies that have shown that constantly comparing yourself to others may have very big consequences. Stress and anxiety, lower or no self-esteem, depression, lower life satisfaction, worse decision making, just to name a few, but I guess you knew that already since you're watching this video. But besides all of that, it prevents you from creating, growing and developing amazing and beautiful things. You see, I, for example, have been struggling with self-comparison like crazy for years, and looking back, I just know for a fact that this prevented me from growing and developing amazing things because back then I wasn't good enough compared to this and this guy. So I think we can all agree that self-comparison sucks. So how do we get rid of it? First of all, it's not about eliminating it completely, since once again it's a fundamental aspect of human psychology and to some extent it can be quite helpful. The question we should ask ourselves instead is, how can we minimize the amount of self-comparison and actually do stuff that we like, enjoying both ourselves and our lives way more? Here are 3 methods that I've been personally using for the last years and that really helped me. Number 1, limit your social media usage. I know we hate to hear about that, but if we break it down, this is actually where a big part of this whole problem is coming from. Now, I'm not saying you should go and delete every single social media app from your phone, but at least try to set healthy limits for yourself. For example, try to not use social media for more than 20 minutes every single day, because this alone, I can guarantee and promise you that, will make a huge difference already. Number 2, fall in love with what you have. You see, by comparing ourselves to others, we constantly remind ourselves of all the things that we don't have but others do, meaning we are worse or not enough. You have to understand that each and every single person is unique, different, and has his or her own way. Now, a very powerful tool that I like to use every single day is a gratitude journal. No matter how bad I feel, no matter what I'm going through at the moment, I write down things that I'm grateful for every single day, because this shifts your mind to all the things that you have already in your life, which kind of reminds you that you're doing pretty good. Number 3, set your own goals and keep your own pace. It's so easy to get influenced by the paths and goals of others, and naturally you'll have a very difficult time to achieve the same things because you're on a completely different path. Make it a habit of yours to write down the things that you personally want to accomplish and go over them every single day. And also remember that big things take time. Don't get discouraged by quick wins and shiny objects online, because most of it is an illusion anyways, and once again, you are on your own path, so who cares if person X achieved Y on their own path? So put your head down, be grateful, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.